Hi, it's Thursday the 18th of November. I'm Jude from Skyskratcher and welcome to our online video blog. I wanted to take the opportunity today to talk about one of the albums which has inspired me in my life as a musician. I think it's going to be something that the whole band's going to be doing at some point. We'll probably go through a few albums during the hopefully long-lasting duration of this blog. The album I wanted to talk about today is The Colour and the Shape by the Foo Fighters. For me, it's an album I listened to quite young. I think the first time I heard it I was 15. I'd just gone to a Nirvana and Foo Fighters were the next obvious step for me. A good friend of mine in school introduced me to them. The album, it's their second album. The first album was entirely recorded by Dave Grohl, and it's just called Foo Fighters, which in itself is an excellent album. It's a big wash of fuzz. I love the album, it's great. But The Colour and the Shape, for me, that was the songs on that particularly stood out for me, and it was definitely one of the albums that made me want to be a musician myself and want to play in a rock band. There was definitely a point in my life when I wanted to be Dave Grohl, because he's a fucking god, you know. I've got to be honest, past One by One, I kind of drifted away from the Foo Fighters, but Colour and the Shape remains one of my favourite albums. Rather than do a track by track breakdown, I thought I'd just mention a couple of standout tracks on the album. First of all, there's the opening track, Doll. You might be familiar with the single Monkey Wrench, which is just a kind of balls out, high energy rock song. It's a great track, but if you listen to the album that it came from, the album actually opens with this slow, really beautiful kind of nursery rhyme kind of song. It's very affectionate. And it's only about 2 minutes long. It's just nicely drawn into the beginning of the album, and then just wham, launches into Monkey Wrench, and very much acts as an intro for the song. It's very well constructed, especially for what it's essentially, a catchy kind of pop rock album. It's great. Then of course there's Hey Johnny Park, which it's just that's the song for me. The guitars sound of it was just so massive. It just comes in with this huge heavy drop tuned riff, which then just drops into this great smooth melodic vocal passage afterwards. It's a beautiful song, and lyrically as well. As like the very first line is, "Come and I'll take you under this beautiful breeze's colours." It's just it's a great song. The stand-up moments on that album. February Stars it's an odd one actually, because occasionally in conversation I bring up this album and certain tracks get mentioned, but nobody ever says February Stars, and I don't know how it gets missed all the time. It's an epic song. It's just massive and beautiful, and the way it builds up is just gorgeous. It's a very eclectic album. It has some kind of big, heavy, nod your head moments, and then there's also some just huge high energy moments of Dave Grohl just screaming down a microphone, and songs like Wind Up is just pure energy and frustration, and then New Way Home at the end is just it just kind of sums up the album nicely. It's a bit of everything. It's kind of starts off fairly well paced, and then by the time you reach the end, it's just it breaks down for a bit. and just got this great whispering in the background and stuff, and then Dave Grohl kind of singing through his teeth, and then just builds up, and it's just perfect. I could go on for hours about it, but really I just wanted to make you aware of my enthusiasm for the album, and hopefully encourage anyone who hasn't listened to it to take a listen to it. Even if you're not a fan of the Foo Fighters, believe me, this is a brilliant album. And if you are a fan of the Foo Fighters and haven't listened to this album, then you've been missing out, really. That's about it, really. Thanks for watching.